Premiership Power Rankings, folks. Only got 12 teams on the board at the minute, with Worcester currently in administration, not playing any games. They're just kind of floating about there, waiting to see what happens. So you got 3 teams, if you include Worcester, who did not play this week. So yeah, unfortunate times. We hope, obviously, that they can get things sorted and get back to playing, but yeah, it's still just one to watch at the minute, isn't it? But yeah, we'll go through the 12 remaining teams and see who's up and who's down. You guys can let us know your thoughts. 12th spot, which is the new last, has to go to Bath. Unfortunately, Bath are still the only winless side now. 47-38, they lost to London Irish. Most teams who score 38 points tend to win, but not Bath, apparently. They were 30 points down at halftime. So to at least get the 4-try bonus point and get 38 points in a final crazy 10 minutes as well is at least something to be positive about. But as I said, it is still another loss. Newcastle, even though they won for the first time in a wee while, are still in the same spot. They're 1-3 now, 30 points to 15 winners over Bristol at home. Watched that game, man, and it was a pretty good win. That final Mateo Carreras try is phenomenal. One of the tries of the week for sure. Not necessarily the try of the week, because there was a few good ones, but yeah, positive stuff, man. That wasn't just a scraping by, ugly performance. It was it was pretty entertaining from the Newcastle boys. So happy days for them. Northampton, though, on the other hand, another one of the losing sides this week. They lost to Harlequins 35-29. Again, they also did well to kind of come back. They also managed to get 4 tries. They managed to get a losing bonus point. There's one try that they blew in this game, so on another day they potentially could have won that one. But Quins managed to hang on to the death and kick the thing out. So, yeah, for Northampton, they've still got a losing record, got them down 3 spots on the power rankings. But the Premiership's that kind of competition this year where you do feel like upsets of a team with like a Northampton's record thus far over one of the top dogs would not be unheard of. I mean, Northampton were a playoff team last season. Wasps didn't play. They've still got that losing record of 1-2. So they were on the legit bye this week. London Irish I've got above them. They had a win, as I mentioned, over Bath. They must have the most tries from outside backs of any of the teams, surely. I know Quins gets a few as well, but I don't know, like Malins was like the top try scorer last season, but Hassel Collins and is it Loader? Yeah, they both got hat tricks. Goodness gracious me, man. Like, when do you get that? Hassel Collins one was 3 tries in the first half. Crazy stuff from the London Irish guys. So up 2 spots. They are at an even record with 2-2. Gloucester was supposed to play Worcester, but didn't end up getting that game. So I've got them down a spot. No fault of their own. They've only got a 1-1 record thus far. We'll see how they go once they get back into the action. Quins managed to get a win. Up 1 spot on the power rankings. 2-2 record for them. 35-29 win. Good mix. Bonus point. Mix of forwards and backs getting their tries. The Murley one is, again, as I was talking about Mateo Carreras, like try of the week worthy stuff. Murley's one, not bad. So yeah, take your pick. Quinn's always an entertaining side to watch. We'll see how they go. And Bristol, albeit without some big guns, maybe looked a little bit more like last year's Bristol than the Bristol that started this competition. I was kind of, because I think they've got Exeter next, I was kind of expecting Bristol to have their potentially first kind of big real test. Maybe going into that game unbeaten up against maybe an unbeaten Exeter side, but both sides lost. So yeah, it's not going to be a top of the table clash between Bristol and Exeter. So yeah, just a bit lackluster, But as I said, missing a lot of their big gun players. So still, they'll be disappointed with that one. Old logo, Exeter. They lost as well, like I mentioned, to Sale. They didn't quite manage to get a losing bonus point. Slade took a long shot at goal. They thought it might have been Hoggy who was going to do it, but it was Slade. His kick went short. They could have potentially pipped it, but Yeah, not to be. They were never going to win in the last minute because they were 8 points behind, 28-20, which is the final score. Woodburn's still creating havoc. He's looked sharp all season from what we've seen of him, but yeah, first loss of the season for them. So they're 3-1, just like Bristol. So that game still is going to be an interesting one. The Tigers, goodness gracious me, got an absolute hiding. 51-18. I mean, they got one of the tries of the game. Speaking of tries of the week, I think it's Cronin, the prop. Gathers a chip and chase. I think was it Burns that puts over the chip, and he gathers it. You don't see that very often. So credit to him for getting that one. Pollard gets his debut, but then goes off with an injury. So yeah, we'll see if he's back fit anytime soon. But not the Tigers' finest hour, that is for certain. Sale, one of only two unbeaten sides at the moment, with a 3-0 record. An early battle of the Mauls up against Exeter. They conceded 1 at maul time and scored 2. Tom Curry gets like 20 plus tackles, which is kind of what you expect from him. But 28-20 win over Exeter, who at that point, as I said, were unbeaten. Is a good one for them to get at home. But it's Saracens who go number 1. And man, they're playing some entertaining rugby. These guys are running it out of their own 22. I mean, Saracens used to just be a very safe team to watch, and kind of predictable, but like a hard team to beat. Like, you know what they're going to do, but you can't really beat them at it. But man, they played some fun rugby. Very attractive. I mean, Jamie George in the midfield, goodness gracious, that was phenomenal stuff. Daly seemed to be a real danger man, but man, they scored a lot of tries. McFarlane got one. Daly got one. Loads of them. Loads of tries. So, really, really, really good 51-18 win at home. Up 3 spots on the power rankings. So, man, when Sarries cut loose, see what those guys can do. But, there we go. Like I mentioned, we'll wait and see what happens with Worcester. But those are the power rankings for the minute. We'll see how things go in the upcoming round. There have been some genuinely very high-scoring and exciting games, which is very pleasing to see. Especially when some of the games are on pretty early in the morning. It's nice to get up with a cup of coffee and watch the Premiership. But anyway, you guys let us know your thoughts. Which teams do you reckon are looking at the strongest? Do you reckon Newcastle are better value than 11th? Can you see Bath getting their first win anytime soon? You guys let us know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.